Have you ever wondered what's actually the smarter luxury investment? Designer handbags or fine jewelry? Because let's be honest, luxury is expensive. And when we're spending thousands of dollars, it's natural to ask, is this something that will hold its value? Or am I just spending money? For years, people have debated this question. Some say designer handbags are the ultimate fashion investment. Others argue that fine jewelry is the real store of value. So today we're going to break it all down. We'll talk about which one holds value better, which luxury pieces actually appreciate, the risks of both markets, and what wealthy collectors actually buy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether designer handbags or fine jewelry are the better luxury investment. And trust me, the answer might surprise you. Before we compare handbags and jewelry, we need to define something very important. What actually makes something an investment piece? Because just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's an investment. A luxury item becomes an investment when it has 1. Strong resale demand. People must want it years later. 2. Limited supply. Scarcity creates value. 3. Brand prestige. Certain brands hold value better than others. 4. Durability over time. And most importantly, 5. A secondary market. Without resale demand, there is no investment value. So now the real question becomes, which category performs better when it comes to these factors? Designer handbags or fine jewelry? Let's start with handbags. Over the past 15 years, luxury handbags have become one of the most surprising luxury investments. In fact, certain handbags have actually outperformed traditional investments like stocks and gold. Yes, really. The reason is simple. Luxury houses control supply. Take brands like Hermès, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. These brands carefully limit production and raise prices almost every year. That combination creates something powerful: scarcity and prestige. For example, the legendary Hermès Birkin bag has become one of the most famous luxury investments in the world. Some rare Birkins resell for 2 or 3 times resale price. Another iconic bag is the Chanel Cleef Arpels bag. Just 10 years ago, the Cleef Arpels cost around $4,000. Today, many versions retail for over $10,000. That's a huge price increase, and resale values often follow those price hikes. So yes, certain bags can absolutely be investments. But there's a big catch. Not every designer bag holds value. In fact, most lose value immediately after purchase. When it comes to handbags, only a few models truly perform well long-term. Some of the strongest performers include Hermès Kelly bag, Hermès Birkin bag, Chanel Cleef Arpels bag, Louis Vuitton Speedy. These bags have something in common. They're timeless designs, they've been popular for decades, and they continue to sell year after year. But trend-driven bags are a completely different story. Fashion trends change quickly. Today's it bag can easily become tomorrow's forgotten bag. That's why collectors focus on iconic pieces instead of trendy ones. But even with strong resale markets, handbags still have one major weakness as investments. And that weakness is condition. Bags can scratch, fade, stain, and lose shape, which brings us to fine jewelry. Fine jewelry has been considered a store of wealth for thousands of years. Long before luxury handbags existed, people invested in gold, diamonds, and precious gemstones. And unlike handbags, jewelry has intrinsic value. Even if the brand disappears, the materials still have worth. For example, luxury houses like Cartier, Van Cleef and Arpels, Bulgari produce pieces that combine craftsmanship with precious materials. Take the iconic Cartier Love Bracelet. This bracelet has been popular since 1970s. And because it's made of solid gold, it will always have some inherent value. Another famous example is the Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra Necklace. These pieces have become highly collectible among luxury jewelry lovers. But here's the reality. Jewelry rarely appreciates dramatically unless it is rare, vintage, or high jewelry. Many designer jewelry pieces still lose value on resale. Let's compare resale performance directly. Designer handbags. Pros: strong resale demand. Iconic models appreciate, highly collectible. Cons: condition affects value. Trend risk: some brands depreciate fast. Fine jewelry. Pros: precious materials retain value. More durable, timeless category. Cons: retail markups are very high. Many pieces resell below retail. Appreciation is slower. In simple terms, handbags can appreciate faster, but jewelry is often more stable long-term. If you look at what wealthy collectors actually buy, you'll notice something interesting. They rarely choose only one category. Instead, they build collections across both. Many collectors invest in iconic handbags from Hermès, timeless jewelry from Cartier, rare vintage jewelry pieces, limited edition handbags. Because each category serves a different purpose. Handbags are fashion investments. Jewelry is often wealth preservation. So what is the better luxury investment? The honest answer is, it depends on the piece. The right handbag, like an Hermès Birkin, can appreciate dramatically. But the right jewelry, especially gold and diamonds, can hold value for generations. If your goal is higher potential resale profit, handbags may win. If your goal is long-term stability, fine jewelry might be the safer choice. The smartest collectors understand one thing. Luxury investments aren't about buying the most expensive item. They're about buying the right piece. So now I'm curious. If you had $5,000 to spend, would you buy a designer bag or a piece of fine jewelry? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoy luxury fashions, handbags, and smart luxury buying guides, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.